What's going on, gang? Sacramento Gang Archives here, and today we're here to talk about Stunna Nuk, and it's not exactly the story of him, because I'm pretty sure everyone knows the story of how Mama killed Nuk, it's talked about everywhere. But this is a series of videos I want to roll out called Evil is Everywhere, and it talks about not just the coons and the people I'm talking about, but the imprint they left on Sacramento.
Hey y'all, this DJ Dead, homie, and I want y'all to go ahead and click the link in the bio. Click the links in the descriptions. Go shopping with me. DJ Dead, homie. We're gonna get into this SGA. Evil was everywhere. Rest in peace to Stunna Nuk. Rest in peace to all the fallen soldiers out there in Sacramento.
Now, I'm pretty sure we all know Nuk to be this street legend from South Sac, Iraq. He is from 29th Street, Gangsta Crib, Garden Block, and he basically is on the Mount Rushmore of the whole entire gardens, I'm pretty sure we all know that Stunna Nuk was the biggest ever out of his whole entire circle. And most do not know that Nuk is the one who slid on Zilla for being in a video when Mozzie had dissed Tiny Wee.
Stunna Nuk pussy, we chased him with the Glock 9. That nigga ran 100 lights and 50 stop signs. Identify him as a bitch, he in the top 5. Better keep the squeezer on Jesus. I got his line, aim the iron at your dreadlocks. Ex-Tiny, we about to be all headshots. We on you niggas line, aim the iron at your dreadlocks. Ex-Tiny, we about to be all headshots.
Now, mind you, Nuk has family from Oak Park. And not to mention, him and Snubs are blood cousins, if I'm not mistaken. So he must have known something that we did not know. Because right when Mozzie dropped this song, he slid right where Zoe was at the following morning, not even 12 hours later, and turned him into a pack. Now, this is just my opinion, but Nuk came off as like a GD or a BD from Chicago in the early 2000s, or some shit like that, the ones that was wearing FUBU and lugs. Now, of course, he came off as a straight coon, but not one from the lights of Sacramento, is my whole entire point. His ass gave off a smooth gangster, killer vibe. Fuck. Now, I do not know about any of the bodies that Nuk has, other than Zillow, but it is said that he has somewhere around 3, 4, or 5 bodies. Now, I'm not sure what year or what point in time, but Nuk began to bang stick-up stars, and like I mentioned, he is the only stepper out of the main group, the main Mount Rushmore of Garden Block Crip. T-Nutty, without a fucking doubt, was not a stepper. Face and Big Face, they were just bullies, but they are not killers. Cage, a.k.a. Stunna Blue, his ass is just a goddamn J-Cat. He is not a fucking killer either, even though he's holding that big-ass AR as if he is one. Fuck. Now, Sibo is old as fuck. And me being from Sacramento, I've always heard stories about his ass being this mafia boss, Crip boss, Rick Ross, fake-ass boss. But quite frankly, I've never heard of a damn thing that his ass has ever done to anybody. Now, I've heard that he will send some young Crips to handle his business, and that's the boss in him. Fuck. But, guys, that saying that they say, keep it in the streets, might go a long way, because I ain't heard shit.
This murder, nigga, I will hit everybody. This murder, nigga.
Now, like I said, out of the whole entire Mount Rushmore, Nuk was the only cold-blooded stepper, cold-blooded, killing-ass motherfucker. Now, of course, out of the whole entire Garden Block, he wasn't the only one. You have your foot soldiers and your other foot coons. Mind you, Smiley, TMK Smiley, his ass was from Garden Block, and you know how his ass turned out. Fuck. And not to mention, I always slap myself for forgetting to mention this very key fact, but Matula Payton, guys, is a Garden Block Crip. They are all from the same fucking hood, and they're all on the same case. That's ironic as fuck. Matula Payton is also from Gas Propane Gang, but he is originally from Garden Block Crip. Fuck. Now, Mama was minding his bona-fide business in South Sac, Iraq. And some CML members got the drop on his black ass, and they pulled up on him and tried to turn him into a pack. One of the CML members shot a little bit too early before they can get close enough to actually kill Mama, That gave Mama a good chance to get away. And Mama got LL's number and called him and said he did not like that shit. It was too close. So he got the drop on Nuk's 4th of July party. Now, Mama was a cold-blooded, calculated stepper because he was not 100% sure that this was the party. Mama walked up to the fucking party and seen Nook's kid and said, "Hey, I know your dad. Is your dad Nook?" Nook's kid was like, "Yeah, that's my dad. Why, what's up?" And Mama proceeded to say that he was a fan and walked the fuck off. Mama came back at night when Nook was leaving and walked up to the car and shot Nook in the face, neck, and chest and killed him. But one key component of that story, Nook's daughter, she actually grabbed the gun. When Nook seen Mama, it's sad, but he knew he was going to die. He grabbed his bag and threw the bag in the back seat and said some words before he passed. His kids took cover. And when Mama was done, he ran off, of course, and she had grabbed the gun and tried to shoot back. Now, they knew this because when they got to the scene, Nook's homies, I should say, they seen the gun was tampered with and was like, "What the fuck happened to the gun?" And she told them that she tried to shoot back. Fuck. I know people who've had parents. They've witnessed their parents die from heart attacks and overdoses, etc., etc. But to be around 9, 10, 11 years old and to see your dad turn around and give you a bag and say some words before he dies and to get shot up all in his face and chest and shit all in front of you, that had to been really traumatizing, guys. Just imagine. Now, this same girl, in fact, is a fucking guy now. And I talked about her on a Patreon story with the whole Yami King situation. She is apparently a cold-blooded killer. And you can go back and see the whole situation, guys. It's still up on Patreon. Now, she or he, Shim, allegedly shot Yami King in the stomach and killed him because he put the beats on her little sister. Now, I don't know if this girl was raised with him, but she, without a doubt, is one of Nook's children. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys also know that the infamous 8 Gang PB is also Nook's child. Now, he is not his blood kid. He is Nook's stepson, but that is also a descendant of Stunna Nuk. Fuck. Now, the only difference between PB and Promise is they are not the ones that were in the car when Nook got killed, because them, they grew up fucked. Now, I am almost 100% sure that that traumatic fucking situation of their dad getting killed like that fucked their whole head up, you know?
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office now saying through a spokesperson that they have made an arrest in connection to the death of a Grant High School student. You'll remember it was on Wednesday that senior Billy Scott was shot and killed while in the car in North Sacramento in the North Highlands area. That was on Wednesday. He was expected to graduate, of course, on this past Thursday. Wasn't able to do that after unfortunately losing his life. We're being told by the Sheriff's Department for Sacramento County that they have arrested a 17-year-old. We will give you any updates on air and online when we get there, and we'll follow up more with this tomorrow.
Guys, remember I mentioned, it seems like every year it's a shooting that happens in the North area that stems from a graduation, mainly Grant High. Well, last year it was another one of those fucking deadly Grant High School graduations, and Billy Ray Scott was the victim. And in the news article I just posted, they said a 17-year-old was found and arrested, you know, and that 17-year-old was one of the kids that was in the car of Stunna Nuk when he got killed. Now, we already have 3 kids out the way. We have the one that turned into a boy. And then we have Promise in that whole Yummy situation. And then we have PB. And most don't know, and a lot won't even assume because they barely look alike. But these 2 boys at the bottom, they are, in fact, twins. And one is currently dead. And the other one is currently facing life for that murder of the Grant High School student. Guys, this whole shit is crazy as the fuck. Now, what's even weirder is the timeline of all the events of things that happened to his offspring. Now, this isn't in order because it's a lot, but you got one kid who just recently caught maybe her first body over her little sister. She's still free. The other sister was allegedly in witness protection program. PB is a fucking coon. Who knows what the hell lies in his future? You got one twin that killed a 17-year-old trying to rob him during graduation. And you have the other twin that died in a car crash and he was allegedly running from the police. Fuck. Now, that goes back to my damn point. All of this bad luck with his offspring, all this, guys, happened within not even a full 2-year span of time, guys. Everything happened with his kids. All this shit happened overnight. That's fucking sad. Word on the street is that Nook took Himsteroo Millie to catch his first body. And allegedly, these 2 were in the car when Nook went to go slide on Zillow. Nook took this baboon, Mr. Christopher Richie Bibbs, the kid killer, took his ass to catch his first body. And we all know how his whole life turned out. He killed that little girl, and he got basically a life sentence for that situation. Guys, how in fuck is evil not everywhere? This whole series is meant for the mature-minded people. So, In order to understand my message, you have to have a certain level of maturity. They say knowledge is power. And when you know certain stuff, you know how to understand it and, react to it. Now, remember when I said that little underworld of killers, op or not, they all know each other and they talk. Now, remember that I said when he almost died, he found a way to get LL's number. We all know that Banked Up Elmo is a killer and Mama is a killer. How in fuck did he get his number? That supports my statement, guys. And Stunna Nuk, he was a killer. He was an evil motherfucker, a stepper. And he may have had a good heart, but when you're out here cooning and killing, guys, no matter how you shape it, it's evil. And whatever he went through growing up that made him like that shit, obviously, without a fucking doubt, passed down, trickled down to his kids. Look at the state that they're in right now. Holy fuck. Sacramento Gang Archives. This, of course, was no disrespect intended to Nuk or his family. This, of course, was a perspective video. Now, when you are a part of history, you almost have no choice but to accept the fact that it's going to be a blogger like me that's going to make some videos on your loved one's life. SGA, I hope you guys enjoy this shit. Now, I secretly have not been posting on YouTube because I've had 2 fucking strikes. One more, and my shit's gone. Now, why in the fuck would I tell the public that shit? So it can be one Mac J hating ass motherfucker coming on my shit and selecting some shit they can just copyright and get rid of me. Fuck that shit. Never let your left hand know what your right hand's doing. And I ain't say shit, but now my strikes are gone, and I'll be posting on YouTube again. So yeah, look forward to my momentum going all the way up. That's why I said 30-day run. SGA, tune in. Love you guys. I'm out. Bye.
Yes. Only thing that I'm worried about, punch you one of these pussy ass niggas in they mouth. Then they film and they'll upload it. Suckers do anything for that clout. They'll trick you out of your position if you ain't gained up and you ain't here watching out. Internet bloggers, internet gangsters, who the snitches? I can't tell. On the dead homies and enemies podcast, the only podcast that I won't tell. But I ain't tripping, I just pay attention to my own little business and I get this mail. I'm in another state, making another plate. Big plat place on my state. A plush hotel, just counting mail. I do this shit and I do it well.